care and feeding of the goose that lays the golden eggs. You've got.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Listen, all right, today is the 85th episode of Coffee and Crypto. I'm getting everything together. We're about to be live on YouTube. Tell your friends to be patient. We are literally about to go live on YouTube. And if they want to join us a little early on Zoom, they can join in by, number one, joining the Discord group and really getting plugged in with us. I want to say thank you to everybody that's tuning in on YouTube. We're live now. Everybody that's tuning in on Zoom and all other platforms. This is an epic episode. All right, drop some coffee in the chat box. All right, we're going to take a couple more minutes of personal development because I tell you all the time, man, it don't matter about how much money you get. If your mindset ain't right, you know what I mean? You ain't going to keep that money. That money's going to go into somebody's pocket like mine. You know what I mean? Somebody's pocket like, a boss. So if you are a boss, just go ahead and drop I am a boss in the chat box. Light up I am a boss on YouTube. And let's go ahead and listen to some boss talk on this beautiful Bossed Up Thursday. Let's get it.
Be a happy taxpayer. You've got to make sure some of your money goes into financial institutions so that successful
people
can borrow it and start other businesses that employ.
I see y'all.
You've got to make sure that you give some of your money for charity. So for charity and for taxes and for savings and for the accumulation of capital, it's very important to have a management plan for your present resources so that at age 65, you don't wind up like most people do, broke. You wind up with substance, you wind up with plenty to share, you wind up with plenty to enjoy. So that's the second fundamental for success. A plan for using all of your present resources wisely.
It's important to have a plan for the investment of your money. Our sponsor for this video, Masterworks, can help you with that. Masterworks is the first platform that makes it possible to invest in shares of multi-million-dollar art pieces from iconic artists like Picasso, Banksy, Basquiat, and many more. Investing in art by world-renowned artists was previously only accessible to the ultra-wealthy, until now. Billionaires have been quietly investing in fine art because, among other reasons, they know it can appreciate in value in the long term, even during times of inflation, which we are seeing now. In fact, contemporary art prices outperformed the S&P 500 by 131% over the past 26 years.
Sheesh.
The total wealth held in art and collectibles is estimated to be around $1.7 trillion as of 2021. And Deloitte projects this figure to grow about another $900 billion by 2026.
Woo.
Masterworks gives the average investor like me and you the opportunity to join the billionaires investing in this asset class by offering shares in pieces handpicked by industry-leading analysts. They have sold 5 paintings since 20.
Yo, this is crazy. They're tokenizing everything. They tokenizing art. They tokenizing. They're trying to tokenize things in outer space. I mean, it's getting crazy, y'all. So we got to really be up on this information, y'all. I'm ready to really get started with the show. I'm ready to get everything rolling. How y'all feeling today? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the show. For everybody that's in the Discord group, please go send the link out. Let everybody know. Let them know what's going on. Shout out to everybody that's new. That's maybe your first time on the show. I want to say welcome to you. Maybe this is your second, third time on the show. Welcome to you as well. My name is Vincent Owens. I've been doing this for the last 5 years. I've literally been investing, learning how to day trade, have many skills to pay the bills, right? On some days, one skill to pay. On another day, another to pay. And on a real good day, like today, 3 or 4 pay. Amen? So let's get to it, all right? Now, today is the 85th episode. We are literally 15 episodes away from 100. 100 episodes. I told you guys we were going to stay committed. I told you all we were going to stay consistent. And I appreciate you. You know what I mean? It's not just like I was going to be here, but the fact that I see the same people showing up every single week, like the same people, then we get new people, but then the same people come back. Man, you can't lose. What up, Bye? Got my Bye in the building. Shout out to my manager. All right. As we got more people rolling in, make sure you go in on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. All right. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and support the kid. All right. This is something that I do. You know, I'm an author, a speaker, believer. I'm a coach. I'm a friend. All right. And quite a few other things. But those are the main things about me that I want, you know, the world to know is that, you know, I'm just as human as you, right? And I'm having a human experience. And I want y'all to understand that sometimes we look at people because they're in a certain position and they're like, or they know something and they're like, man, I don't know what this guy knows. All right. Look, maybe you're still in a position where you work a lot of hours, right? I'm gonna speak to some people right now. You work a lot of hours to make sure that you keep the food, the clothes on your family, in your family's stomach, and you have other goals, dreams, and desires. The reason why I show up every single Tuesday and Thursday is to make sure that you don't have to do what I'm doing, which is literally staying in the rabbit hole 24/7. This is what I do. This is what I love, and I don't plan on stopping. Okay. I plan to be able to help you shift through this industry without having to do all the digging and the research. I'm going to give it to you on this show every single Tuesday and Thursday. You can count on it. I'm going to keep you guys updated. You're going to have those news updates. And if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, we'll have more shorts that'll be going on there, 60-second clips of just information daily on what's going on. So make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're liking this stuff so more people, so I can catch the algorithm. All right. And then I'm telling y'all, like the energy, my energy is going to change when I catch the algorithm. Like the algorithm is going to give me that momentum. I need y'all's help to help me get there. Is that okay? Can I get some coffee in the chat box if that's okay? If y'all got my back, just drop some coffee and just know I got your back too. Let's dive into this bullish content today, family. All right. So first thing we got to talk about, okay? First off, we got to really understand and break down how the SEC is literally attacking any and everything. The SEC is attacking anything walking. If you are thinking futuristic, the SEC is coming after you. They said they're going to start coming after influencers. You know, they said they're going to start going after influencers. They're going to start going after podcasts. They're about to start going out, like they're going to go after any and everything that they can. Why? Because they know that their time, this right here, like, you know, Roddy Ricch said, when I got the rollie, I ain't got the time. You know what I mean? As soon as the rollie hit, we don't got the time for the SEC no more. You know what I mean? Like when XRP go up to $10, the rollie gonna hit, and then we don't got the time. I told somebody today, I said, man, my goal is to get canceled. Like I'm like for real, they talk about cancel culture. Like people will cancel you out here. And you seeing it happen to like Donald Trump. Like he's such a powerful influence on the world. Donald Trump, he's a part of so I don't know if y'all even knew this, but he's a part of a social media company called Truth Social, right? It's called Truth Social. The SEC has gone after Truth Social. Listen to this.
President Trump didn't need a new company. I didn't need a new job. We set out to go build this because the rest of the companies were censoring millions of Americans. And we successfully have built the technology and we're successfully growing. But now for us to truly, I mean, nobody can really think that a small company like ours, I mean, yes, we have millions of people that use the platform, but how do you expect us to compete against somebody like, say, an Amazon or a Facebook, who have access to capital markets, who are worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars? These companies are bigger than most global empires. So all we're doing is we're going out, starting a small company, creating a very successful social media platform, and then just trying to go public like every other company has done in this country over the past 100 and some years. And they're not allowing us to do it. And I think this is just, it's a really good example of how corrupt this city here in Washington, D.C. has become. Every single agency has been corrupted here.
That's unbelievable. How did that happen? And wait, before you go into that, have you heard back from Jim Jordan or James Comer on any of this?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've been briefing them. I was here in Washington and for the last couple of days, and I think a lot of members of Congress, people that I work with, they're like, "Hey, what's the holdup? What's going on?" And I said, "Hell, I don't know." You know, they don't even. These are people who won't even respond to us. That's how corrupt it is.
Wow.
Like, it's not like we, Maria, if you or anybody there on your panel went and started a company, and you.
All right, let's pause it. So check this out. Let's think about it. He said that these three-letter organizations won't even meet with these people. They're asking for a meeting. Ripple has asked so many times for a meeting, and the SEC will not meet with them, but they meet with FTX, which is the one that took down the entire crypto. I'm just going to say self-esteem. It ain't took down my crypto portfolio. I've been investing since 2018. Okay. I got some, like, my entries is immaculate. You talking about immaculate entries. There's no way I'm giving up my immaculate entries for nobody, and neither should you, because every entry right now is an immaculate entry 5 years from now. Can I get an amen? Every entry today, every entry you take, every single one from this moment, 5 years from now, I promise you, you'll be so grateful you entered. Can I get an amen? Same thing for real estate. Buy it today, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, if you in Atlanta, 2 years from now, maybe if you really in Atlanta, okay? If you in Vegas, if you in LA, if you're in Miami, if you're in New York, right? These prices is gonna take off, and you have the opportunity to take off with them. Let's keep listening.
All appropriate documentation. You would not be sitting here a year later.
Yeah.
With no answers.
Well, I mean,
And
look,
so-
you point out the history. You were, really tough during the Russia collusion lie. You came out with truth and you reported it, and you came out with your Nunes memo to indicate this was a lie made up with by the Clinton campaign. The FBI pursued it, even though they knew better, and it went viral. And now you're telling us that the SEC chairman was actually part of that.
Oh.
Right. Well, that's exactly right. I mean,
Yeah.
You can't make this up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy that we had under investigation, that we proved clearly that he's the guy that helped to launder all this money through a law firm to pay for the documentation, the Steele dossier. And how is this guy not recused? That's the point that we're making here. There's several people. How did all these people that were involved in the Russia hoax, who lied to the American people for so long, are now in charge of the SEC, deciding basically who can become public and who cannot? I think it's hard for my former colleagues to not see what's right in front of them.
Well, look,
and that is that these guys are politically biased, out to get Trump, out to get us.
And the people who abused power in 2016 are now back in power. Jake Sullivan, for example.
All right, so let's keep pushing. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. All right, but I wanted you guys to just hear it from the CEO of Truth Social's mouth. Because Truth Social, it's just like I don't know if you all heard of a Fan Base, right? Fan Base was created by Isaac Hayes, right? Isaac Hayes' is son, and he's here in Atlanta, and this is a Black-owned social media company, and Twitter's still killing it, Instagram's still killing it. Why? Because monopoly. Why? Because they are the ones that can go sit with them. They're the ones, and because Trump is so out there, the same way Kanye is so out there, the same way Andrew Tate is so out there, the same way Dan Pena is so out there, they cancel them, but they allow for other things to actually happen. So let's keep pushing forward. Okay. If y'all enjoying your stay right now, if you're enjoying the show, if the energy is up, just let me know with a cup of coffee. Thank you. Okay. Now, top U.S. Treasury. This comes out March 1st. All right. Just in time for the hot coffee that's about to get dropped, right? This is hot. Top U.S. Treasury official says leaders actively evaluating a digital dollar question. The U.S. government is still weighing whether to start a CBDC, but Treasury Under Secretary Nellie Liang highlights benefits such as reinforcing the dollar's global role. Okay, so we're still trying to be the dominant currency. All right, that's the goal, but it won't happen with the stifling of innovation that's happening from the SEC, right? From the Department of Justice, from so many other of these organizations. Now, she says, while she was clear in her remarks Wednesday that no decision has been made and the U.S. officials are actively evaluating whether a CBDC is in the national interest, she highlighted some of the potential benefits of a CBDC in a speech for the Atlantic Council. Now, we don't have time to go through this entire article. You can find this in where? Inside the We Got the Receipts section on our Discord channel. All right, I will be taking the time to drop all of these articles in there right after the show, so that you all have access to this stuff. Okay, now I wanted to go to the Treasury's website. This is the U.S. Department of Treasury, and listen, y'all know I told y'all we're doing PhD level research on coffee and crypto. That's the purpose. Okay, so I went to the Department of Treasury, and you got to go to their Q&A section. And in the Q&A section, they have a questions on virtual currency section, guys. Like literally, this is on their website. Digital assets is on the Treasury's website. And I want to point some stuff out, right? I want to point some stuff out. They give what digital currency is, right? The definition. If you want to know, you can go read it here. But what I want to do is I want to point out a couple things. The first thing is this, okay? So it says purposes of OFAC sanctions programs. Okay, so it says, are my OFAC compliance obligations the same regardless of whether a transaction is denominated in a digital currency or a traditional fiat currency? Okay, is my OFAC compliance obligations the same? Okay, yes, the obligations are the same. U.S. persons must ensure that they block the property and interest in property of persons' names on the OFAC's SDN list. I'm about to break this SDN list down. I want to make sure that y'all really know what is going on out here in the world of crypto. Okay, deeper than just crypto. These are the laws. Like, this is the stuff that a lot of people are not going into. Okay, now it says, as a general matter, U.S. persons and persons otherwise subject to OFAC jurisdiction, including firms that facilitate or engage in online commerce or process transactions using digital currency, are responsible for ensuring that they do not engage with unauthorized transactions prohibited by the OFAC sanctions. These same sanctions, I want to talk about it. The OFAC sanctions, in my belief, okay, this is just my belief. I don't know if this is true, but the OFAC sanctions, all right, are going to be a part of the regulatory climate, the regulatory clarity of digital asset compliance here in the United States. How will OFAC use its existing authorities to sanction those who use digital currencies for illicit purposes? They talk about it: narcotics, cyber activity, right? Global threats and terrorism, organized crime. They are literally, you're gonna have to use a CBDC. And if you don't follow the rules, they're going to put you on the OFAC SDN list, and you won't be able to process payments nowhere. Right? OFAC, they can't do this with cash. OFAC may add, this is wicked, y'all. OFAC may add digital currency addresses to the SDN list to alert the public of specific digital currency identifiers associated with a blocked person. What is the structure of a digital currency address on the OFAC's SDN list? They're going to let you know. Look at this right here, y'all. They said Bitcoin, which is actually XBT, not BTC, Ethereum, Litecoin, Neo Dash. They even got Ripple XRP directly on the website. Message. Let's keep pushing forward, y'all. So y'all want to know what this SDN, this specially designated, yo, we getting deep, y'all. All right, we getting deep. Okay. Specially designated nationals and block persons list, human readable lists, right? You can go here and do your own research. I don't want to go too deep into it. All right, it's wicked. Okay, it's wicked, but I want to just bring it to y'all attention. It's up to you to go and do the research and deep dive it. I don't want to go too crazy on that stuff. Okay, now, Augustine Carstens, who's the Bank of International Settlements president, or forget the exact position that he is, but he's the head of the BIS, right? Is telling you this unified ledger they're working on. The idea is to put everything on it like apps on their phone. Tokenizing them could make buying, selling assets faster, cheaper, and more transparent. For my people that are in real estate, I need y'all to pay attention. To the people that love real estate, to the people that love touring cars, Airbnb, these different things, right? These all have what in common? Contracts. Right now, the contracts are not smart. The age of smart contracts on utility blockchains is upon us. And I'm going to break this down on this show today. If you're excited, please light it up one time and let's get to this. Let's get to this bullish content.
This is where the unified ledger comes in. CBDCs and tokenized deposits would appear in separate partitions of the unified ledger. Because they share a common ledger, they can be brought together and used in an efficient way through smart contracts. This would facilitate inclusion and lower transaction costs. Other partitions of the ledger could be used for other assets. The novel functionalities arising from this design can enable money to work more efficiently. It takes me to my next point. When combined with programmability and composability, the additional functionality could open a whole new range of services that impact our daily lives. One example is by enabling micropayments that are currently not economical, such as tips to the providers of social media content or direct payments between Internet of Things devices. Tokenized deposits and CBDCs could also open the door for more efficient payment arrangements in business settings or for larger purchases. For example, the BIS Innovation Hub Singapore Center plans to experiment with embedding policy and regulatory measures in smart contracts with the view of how to automating compliance and increasing transparency. Compliance costs are large, but by using tokenized deposits and smart contracts, costs would fall, making payments more efficient. This would facilitate inclusion. Another example would be the process of escrow for buying a house. Escrow accounts secure the funds provided by the buyer until the conditions of a real estate contract are fulfilled.
Listen, y'all.
Accounts be the process of escrow for buying a house. Escrow accounts secure the funds provided by the buyer until the conditions of a real estate contract are fulfilled. As escrow accounts are usually handled by a third party, the escrow process involves the transfer of funds across different accounts, often at different banks. Using a smart contract, the escrow process could be automated by locking the respective funds in the buyer's account. Once the escrow process is concluded, the smart contract transfers the money to the seller automatically, and instant settlement is achieved via digital central bank money. By relying on the same institutional structure and using the same trusted settlement asset as in today's system, the singleness of money is preserved. The full benefits of this revamped escrow process arise from having commercial bank deposits and central bank money in the same programmable form on an integrated platform, a unified ledger. Thinking even further ahead, we could envisage both assets and multiple regulated entities, commercial banks, payment services providers, assets registries, etc., in coordination with the central bank on the unified ledger. The idea is to put complementary things, central bank money, commercial bank money, digital assets, in the same place so that they can interact in efficient ways, like apps on a smartphone. This tokenization could make buying, selling, and transferring assets faster, cheaper, and more transparent. Indeed, it could even make delayed settlements of different assets like bonds, stocks, and foreign exchange a thing of the past. The level of this tokenization could make buying, selling, and transferring assets faster, cheaper, and more transparent. Indeed, it could even make delayed settlements of different assets like bonds, stocks, and foreign exchange a thing of the past.
It's going to make delayed, he said delayed something for foreign exchange, for all of these markets, a thing of the past. No more delayed money. This is what the banks want.
The level of certainty in financial markets would, needless to say, increase markedly. There may be broader economic advantages. As data are recorded on the unified ledger, we can create common and trusted knowledge in a secure and privacy-protecting way. This can open the door for contracts that are not feasible today and which can help individuals and firms to better manage risks. Of course, there are alternative visions of what the future monetary system and digital money could look like. For example, many crypto proponents argue that stablecoins should be in the future of money. But what this view forgets is that what sustains fiat money is not the application of novel technologies, but all the institutional arrangements and social conventions behind it. And it is precisely these arrangements and conventions that make money reliable for the public.
So they are making money reliable. They're working. Everything they're doing is to make this money reliable for the public, right? So this is what the regulation, this is what the laws is for, right? We're going to continue to see companies get sued. We're going to continue to see companies go to zero. We'll see the crypto market continue to take small dips. We'll see it continue to move up a little bit. You'll see it consolidate, right? Really. And so until we finally get the framework that will push majority of cryptos to I mean, maybe not zero, but they definitely won't. They definitely won't go to the heights and the levels that certain other utility tokens are going to. Now, check this out. Now, while you have in the U.S. all of these sanctions and just a bunch of different things going on that we really got to deep dive into when it comes to the Treasury and the Federal Reserve. The Reserve Bank of Australia announces their CBDC use case proposals and partners. This is today, March 2nd. This came out. Okay, so the Reserve Bank of Australia to launch CBDC. The use case for CBDC range from offline payments to trusted Web3 commerce. You'll be able to sit with your VR headset on, and instead of going to Target, you'll be able to now shop online. You'll be able to pick up the item. You'll be able to turn it around and look at it in the virtual world. You'll be able to check it out instead of in 2D. We'll now be able to look at things in 3D so you can see more relative size. You don't even got to go to the dealership to get your next Bugatti once you're a XRP billionaire, right? You won't have to go even do that. You just have to, you'll be able to put on your VR headset, and just sit at home and it'll get delivered to you, right? I'm still going to go smell that leather though. And the financial industry participants were invited to undertake a live pilot. So let's look at this real quick. And I want to show you all the partners inside of this. So the RBA's partners for the pilot projects include the Australia and New Zealand Banking Group Limited. Also, we see a huge name right here, MasterCard, right? Monuva, the Australian Bond Exchange, DigiCash, which has been around since, I looked this company up, DigiCash has been around since the 80s. Like literally, they went bankrupt in the 80s and they relaunched into something else in the 90s. So this was the technology for instant money, for digital money before blockchain technology came. So DigiCash is a partner. Commonwealth Bank, which I've heard their name before. Okay. So this is what's going on. What are the use cases? You got let's see. Oh, they give it out right here. This is their use case lead. So offline payments will be done through the ANZ. Nature-based asset trading will be done through Commonwealth Bank and ANZ. Substream payments, we don't even know what that is, done through ANZ and OBAN. At least I don't. Corporate bond settlements will be done through the Australian Bond Exchange. Tokenized foreign exchange settlements will be done through Canvas Digital, right? CBDC, central bank digital custodial models will be done through DigiCash. CBDC distribution will be done through the main ANZ, right? But look right here, what is MasterCard going to be doing? Interoperable CBDC for trusted Web3 commerce. MasterCard has entered the Web3 space. This is huge. This is huge for cryptocurrency, guys. Y'all should be excited right now that we have the upper hand. Then you got Uphold tweeting out, relist XRP, right? They already had it listed, but now they're enticing the Twitter market. Now they're waking people up because people use Uphold. They don't know they can get XRP. Some people don't even know where they can get it. So hitting that relist XRP, that's great marketing for something that's trending. Let's go, y'all. Now, Brooks Entwistle. Okay, I got to show y'all this video. I thought this was super interesting. We halfway through. Let's keep the energy up right now in this show. Okay, Brooks Entwistle, RippleNet, is in 70 plus countries with the world-class partners. Who is, I want to show y'all who he is so y'all know that we not listening to just anybody. This is Brooks Entwistle's guy. Y'all got to know this guy. This is the senior vice president and managing director at Ripple. He used to be the ex-chief business officer for Uber. Come on, y'all. Come on, guys. Ripple not playing. They got the ex-chief business officer for Uber, and Uber is everywhere. Stop playing with them. Put some respect on their name. Put some respect. He's been doing this for 2 years and 1 month. He lives in Singapore, okay? But before he did 3 years and 6 months with Uber, he went from regional GM to global head of business development to the chief business officer of international Uber. Let's see who else. He worked for Goldman Sachs for 18 years. And don't forget those 5 months out in Singapore. This man is crazy. His education comes from Harvard Business School. He has an MBA and then Dartmouth College as well. He's a board member of the Aspen Institute. This guy right here is highly qualified. So let's listen to this highly qualified individual tell us what's about to happen for the world.
Than it looks. And that means you've got to build a global network, which we have with RippleNet, which is now in 70 plus countries with partners on the network that are world-class partners that we've spent a long time vetting, making sure from a KYC and AML standpoint, they are world-class before they even participate in the network. You can't go put together a 70 country network with hundreds of participants on it overnight. And so, yes, there are lots of great innovations across single corridors or within certain regions, and that's going to continue to happen. We offer a holistic global solution, which is using kind of latest technology from a blockchain and messaging standpoint, and now increasing the use of digital assets as the bridge currency between countries. And so we just need to keep running hard and keep adding great people. And, you know, in an industry where not everybody's going to survive or make it, given some of these capital constraints, we firmly believe that we're one of those that survive, are successful, and a leader in what we're trying to do. But it has not happened overnight. We're a 10-year-old company.
I love this guy.
Well, you have some very interesting partners here. The Bank of England mentioned Ripple in its CBDC consultation paper. I believe it's the Central Bank of Uruguay declared Ripple as their money transfer company. You find an MOU, as you said, with the Kingdom of Bhutan. How do you think 2022 is going to shape up what we're going to see from you, from these central banks in 2023? What is everyone working towards?
We have to make sure that through all this noise that we're focused on where the opportunities are. And I do think we did a great job of keeping our nose to the growth grindstone and build grindstone in 2022. What that resulted in was a lot of these conversations that are happening, and you mentioned around the world. And it is an interesting collection. Back to my point, these are not all in the same regions. They're not all the same size. They're not all the same, place on the curve. But I think you'll see more of those emerge as people get an understanding of the technology of what we offer and more MOUs are signed, and maybe more focus from the industry on going after this. So we're encouraged for 20.
OMC. Oh, my crypto. That's what we make you stay here. Oh, my crypto. You feel me? Like, yo, we literally got, when I got the rolling, I don't got the time. Let's go. You know what I mean? When I got it, I ain't got, listen, I don't got the time. Like, for real, man. We going on a world tour. They're doing Market Monday World Tour. Earn Your Leisure doing Market Monday World Tour. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but if you in the cities, I would recommend you try to figure it out. Get to the Market Monday World Tour. There's gonna be a Coffee and Crypto World Tour too, funded completely by a $10 XRP. That's just at $10. Shishi. All right. So he said that we are focused on where the opportunity is. The opportunity right now is not in America because y'all trying to sue us. So we're going to go to every other small country and we're going to lock down the small countries first. Smart guy. I like that guy. Let's keep going forward, guys. If y'all enjoying the show right now, just let me know. OMC. Now, Gary Gensler is a risk to national security. That's one heck of a title. Gary Gensler is a risk to national security. He confides in George Soros instead. He confides with George Soros instead of Congress and the American people. New day coming, anyone. This right here is live on Bloomberg. Now remember, guys, I want y'all to remember this. I'm showing you guys. I showed y'all a video from what was the first one? Fox Business. Okay, listen. Fox Business is what's it called? It's like where they make up they put the news however they want it to be. I can't think of the word. Somebody help me in the chat box if you know what I'm talking about. But they're a news. I think it starts with an O. I can't think of the word. But anyway, so they basically shift the news and they shape it to scare people and to make the masses afraid of things, right? Yeah, they put a spin, exactly, Miss Janet, but there's a specific word I was looking for, but they put a spin on the news. Propaganda. My brother. That's why you gotta have smart people around you. You know what I mean? That's what we got here at Coffee and Crypto. Propaganda. It's propaganda media. All right. So Bloomberg's also propaganda. I just gotta let you guys know that. So take it with a grain of salt, but just understand that all of this, with us holding these assets, we are so damn lucky. Let's get it.
How concerning is that from a security perspective, given your background on that and on counterterrorism and some of these other issues? You have special insight into this.
Yes, and I think the backdrop to this is that there's really a geopolitical context to all of this, and we have to make sure that we're not losing the forest for the trees. The geopolitical backdrop is that around the world there is now, I don't know if it's a race, but there's certainly a march towards finding alternative ways for new digital financial infrastructure. Basically, how to do cross-border transactions in a way where you're not relying the same way on traditional banking infrastructure. That's happening, whether we want to like it or not. And it's not just China. Of course, China has its project, but other countries in the EU, the UK, Japan, other parts of East Asia are all trying to figure out a way to innovate with payments. Now, the geopolitical implication there is, if there is an alternative financial infrastructure, if there are new rails and the U.S. doesn't have the same influence on that, it is not sort of at the table when new standards are being laid, and that impacts U.S. economic statecraft. Sanctions, the ability to sanctions, the potency of our sanctions power comes from the centrality of the U.S. to the financial global infrastructure. So if that shifts, even if it shifts a little bit, doesn't mean that China is going to take over or that the yuan is going to displace the dollar. But if there's a viable new rail where sanctioned actors can now transact, that's trouble.
We just gonna keep it. We just gonna keep it pushing. You know what I mean? We just gonna keep it pushing on that one, right? It's gonna happen regardless. He said in the beginning, it's gonna happen regardless. We got our investments into something that's going to happen regardless. How y'all feel about that? Like, how you feel being invested in something where it's going to happen regardless? Like, I don't think I've ever been invested in anything that's going to happen regardless. This is my first time. I'm figuring out how I feel now. I'm just trying to figure out how I feel now. You know what I mean? I'm feeling incredible, y'all. I'm feeling good. Mind blown. Yes. So now let's shift the energy. Okay. Crypto is the most important technology that can help update the financial system, says Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. The rest of the world is trying to draw crypto companies in. The US really risks falling behind. This comes from Coinbase CEO. Coinbase is IPO'd on the stock market. You can buy Coinbase stock. So this guy knows what he's talking about from what I know. Let's get it.
I think new legislation is needed. And the reason is that if you look at Americans, 80% of them feel like the current financial system doesn't work for them. You know, the fees are too high, the delays are there, it doesn't serve everybody equally. And it's not surprising, by the way, you know, the current financial system is built on 40-year-old technology. Some of the laws have been around for 100 years before the internet even existed. And so, you know, my belief is that cryptocurrency is actually the most important technology that can help update the financial system. And what's really cool to see is that actually the user base of crypto, you know, advocates out there, there's 1 in 5 households in the US are now using crypto. They're actually coming together and starting to get organized and saying, we want to elect candidates across 435 congressional districts that will help create this industry here in America safely.
Do you think realistically we are closer to regulation? Becky and I and Joe were talking about this earlier. And, you know, it feels like we're closer, but also feels like maybe we're just as behind as we were 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I've been spending more and more time in DC, and what's great to see is that there is strong bipartisan support for legislation. I think everybody saw what happened with FTX, and they said, okay, we need to make sure there's strong consumer protection. We also recognize that there's innovation potential here, and we don't want this to be like 5G or something like that, you know, the semiconductor industry that got moved offshore too much. We need this to be built here in America with strong consumer protection. So there's at least 3 different groups I'm aware of in DC, senators that are working on different bills being drafted in various different forms. And, you know, it takes a small miracle anytime something actually becomes law, but I'm excited to see that there's people who are passionate about that, making that happen. And I think the voters in America want to see that. They're going to elect candidates coming up who are going to advocate for that.
So what do you tell the crypto critics? And I'm thinking Senator Elizabeth Warren, she has said the following. She says, we have money laundering rules that cover banks and credit unions and stockbrokers and gold dealers and even Western Union, but current rules don't cover big parts of the crypto industry, and crypto likes it that way.
What they said in Mortal Kombat?
No, it's just simply not true. I mean, Coinbase is a great example of this. I started this company more than 10 years ago now. And I started it in the United States for a reason. I believed that this needed to be built here in a compliant and regulated way. So we've actually been regulated for about 10 years now. I mean, we initially sought out money transmission licenses here in the US because that was the closest thing we could find to a license that made sense. We've since gone beyond that. I mean, we got one of the first BIT licenses in New York. We're regulated by the CFTC, a federal regulator here, registered with FinCEN. And by the way, that's just in America. So the US risks really being left behind here a little bit. You know, the rest of the world is actually moving and trying to draw crypto companies in. You know, London and Singapore and Hong Kong and the financial hubs of the world are saying, we want crypto to be built here. Europe just passed comprehensive crypto legislation. And so the US really risks falling behind.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Let's keep pushing forward, y'all. Now, H-Bar Foundation. I've been excited to talk about this one. This right here is like, I'm excited. I got a lot of H-Bar. Dang. Man, I just thought about the future. Like y'all started that sign. I'm just like, my investments is secure. All right, let's just put it that way. H-Bar Foundation. We're honored to announce that the former acting comptroller of the USOCC, if you don't know who that is, that's the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, and Coinbase's Chief Legal Officer, Brian Brooks, has joined our board. Oh, let's go. What? Now, I'm about to give y'all my theory, all right? Y'all heard it here first. I don't think, listen, you know, I'm I'm super futuristic in my thinking, right? I've always been that way since you know, if you from Atlanta, you know about Travis Porter, you know about Young LA, you know what I mean? We used to be super futuristic. So I've always been super futuristic. All right. And this one right here is going, I believe that this happens, y'all got to crown me. All right. So let's call it right now. I'm going to break down my mindset behind Brian Brooks joining on the board from H-Bar. First off, where is H-Bar located? Let's get into that first. All right. Hedera Hashgraph, which y'all don't know who that is. Y'all got to check this company out. The top 50 crypto companies. All right. We're going to break this company down. They're located in Richardson, Texas. Where is Ripple located? Ripple's located in California, in San Francisco, right? Coinbase, located in the US as well, right? Kraken, located in the US as well. FTX had a US section of it as well, located in the US. So all the crypto companies that are located in the US seems to be jumped by the SEC. I believe from the bottom of my heart, and y'all heard it here first, that Brian Brooks has joined H-Bar because maybe they just got word that something is coming their way too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all heard it here first. And if it doesn't happen, amen. But I told y'all, the road to the bag for crypto companies is to go through regulation. You got to go to war with the SEC. This has just become Mario, like Super Mario, where you got to go beat Bowser at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like the SEC is Bowser. They're the boss at the end. So who is Hedera Hashgraph? Let's talk about them. They're an open source public ledger for everyone. Literally, you just read it there, right? So powering native Web3 ecosystems in institutional applications. I already showed you guys that MasterCard is focused with Web3. We just went through that, right? They literally have $1.8 million mainnet accounts created. In the last 24 hours, they've processed $24 million in 24 hours. 5.64 seconds to consensus finality. That means to move your money from one place to another place, it takes 5.67 seconds. The average cost per transaction for this particular blockchain is 0.001. So 1/10 of a penny is what you will pay in fees, no matter who you are. And if you guys can see right here, right now, these are the top companies that govern and own the Hedera Hashgraph ecosystem. Do you all notice any of these companies? We have Boeing, Avery Dennison, Dell, who just joined them last month, T-Mobile, Google, IBM, LG. The list goes on and on. ServiceNow, stop playing with this opportunity. It is time for us to go to new heights. I like, this is it. This is it, right? This is it. So let's dive back because I went a little off the deep end. So let's go look at a couple things, okay? First off, this is from Brian Brooks. I wanted to show y'all who Brian Brooks was. This is on congress.gov. I pulled this off congress.gov. Brian Brooks is the CEO of Bitfury Group, the Bitcoin mining and crypto tech unicorn. He is one of the most visionary global leaders in fintech and cryptocurrency. Cointelegraph ranked him 13th on the list of top 100 people in blockchain. I'll be on that list one day. And Credo placed him on the list of America's top 20 crypto regulatory voices. Amen. It's already done. In January 2021, Crunchbase ranked Brian 10th on its list of global influencers. I'll take that too. Brian recently served as a CEO of Binance US. He was the CEO of Binance US, one of the 10 largest crypto exchanges in the world. Hold up. From May 2020 to January 2021, Brian served as the acting comptroller of the currency. Woo! Hold up. I got to go back on y'all real quick because what I showed y'all before, right? What I showed y'all before was this, okay? I showed y'all the treasury, right? I showed y'all the treasury locking in on crypto, okay? Now, everything when it comes to currencies goes through the office of the comptroller of the currency, okay? That's who controls the currency, okay? Now, oh man, where's it at? Where's it at? Sorry, y'all. I got threw off real quick. If I can't find it, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, actually right here. This is what I wanted to show y'all. Now, on January 3rd of this year, the beginning of the year, the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, which is our what? That's our central bank, right? And the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency put out this that said joint statement on crypto asset risks to banking organizations. Let's fast forward. Now you got SEC suing everybody, right? Everybody being okay with it, but then you got Brian Brooks, who served as the acting comptroller of the currency, heading the U.S. government agency that charters and supervises the federal banking system. He has also served as a member of the FDIC board of directors and as a voting member of the Financial Stability Oversight Council. Y'all, I don't gotta read no more. This man just joined HBAR. Man, we out of here, bro. We out of here, bro. Like straight up, bro. Man, like everybody that's on the call, everybody that's on the call, y'all are good with me. Let me take a screenshot. Everybody, I'm taking a screenshot of everybody. Everybody that's on my call right now, y'all are invited to my literally to my private jet, and we headed to Fiji, Bali. We hitting all of it at the same time. We're gonna be at all them places. We'll be in Fiji, and the metaverse will be in Bali, while our bodies is in Fiji. While we sipping Fiji, with our toes in the sand, blue waters. Let me take a picture. All of y'all are invited. Everybody. Okay? Everybody's invited. Y'all are the only people that's getting on. Y'all believed in me. And thank you. And if you live on YouTube right now, just send me a message so I can know. Y'all good on me. Y'all good with me. All aboard. Y'all, it's over with. It's over with. LG, this is from January 4th. LG Art Lab's latest enhancements leverage unique features of the Hedera network to benefit NFT artists and art lovers. LG is rocking with Hedera because they can build a smart contracts to build NFTs to be able to do what they need to do for their smart TV initiation. Billy said window seat. Facts. All right. And then another one, HBAR Foundation. We're excited to announce. I'm trying to show y'all, like, I wanted to give y'all all the bad news, and then at the end, let's lift the mood a little bit, right? These are all the beautiful things that's happening in HBAR right now. We're excited to announce that following the great success of the first cohort, Lumos Labs HQ is launching its second Hatch Web3 Accelerator program for Indian Web3 developers. This is big, y'all. This is huge. Web3 is huge in India. It's a huge opportunity. They're embracing it. That's why all the money's going over there so that they can become developers. That's why Americans are leaving and going to India and Bangkok and in Singapore and wherever else they can go, to Brazil, to be ahead of the curve. I'm about to get on too. VO gotta go, man. I gotta get out of here. And I want to show y'all who Lumens Labs is real quick, because I didn't even know who this was. Okay, a world for developers to grow, network, upskill, earn in the Web3 ecosystem, right? They launched in 2018. I want to show y'all who they're connected to. Let's go look at this right quick. Web3 for business. This is it. Web3 for communities. They are locking in with Hedera. Look at this. Careers, education, competitions, and more. Let's go. Our investors. These are their investors. Paradigm Shift Capital. Look at that. I don't know none of these. Arcanum, I've heard of that. But a lot of these are, you know what I mean? Hey, these are all different stuff. These are angel investors right here. Okay. But then let's scroll down to their clients. Their clients, who they serve. Polkadot, Filecoin, Polygon, Near Protocol, Tezos, Stellar, Neo, Harmony. Oh my Lord. Look, y'all know about Harmony, man. Hey, y'all know about, who know about Harmony on the call real quick? Let me see. Is there anybody that know about Harmony on the call? Like, does anybody hold a little Harmony? Y'all remember, ooh, Mr. Brown got Harmony. I got Harmony too. I got a lot of Harmony. I got a whole lot of Harmony. I didn't never sell it. I never sold my Harmony. My mama never sold it. My mom still got hurt. Solo still got hurt. You know Billy got it. Okay. So y'all been plugged in. Okay, cool. So they there too. All right. Don't let Harmony hit $2. We out of here. Okay. We got Arcana Network. We got Binance, Coinbase. Come on, y'all. IoTex. How many of y'all remember me? Do y'all remember when I called out IoTex in the beginning of last year? Who remember that? Does anybody remember IoTex from social media, from the Zoom calls? Anybody remember buying in with me with IoTex? Y'all still got y'all IoTex? Because they on the list. All right. And I want to leave y'all with this last little tweet right here before we get up out of here. This is from King Solomon. He says, the former United States controller of the currency, AKA the head individual governmental regulator of the banks in the USA, is now a board member of the HBAR Foundation. Let that sink in for a moment. XRP now has 4.6 million wallet users. Let that sink in for a moment. This was episode number 85. We are 15 episodes away from 100. And if you are not confident in your investments, if you're not confident in what you're holding, if you're not confident in what we're doing by now, I don't know what to tell you. Guys, listen, before we get up out of here, you know we do our Q&A session. We spend about 5 to 10 minutes. This is the part where you don't want to leave on. The reason why is because you get to hear other people's questions. You get to hear, so y'all know how we do it. Just raise those hands up. Don't be afraid. I like to get 2 to 3 people. And while I'm waiting on those hands to get raised from all of the beautiful people that's on this call today, I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Y'all have no idea what y'all do for my spirit every day, but every Tuesday and Thursday, y'all have no idea what y'all do for me. All right. Now, while I'm waiting on those hands to raise, I do want to do what I do. You know what I mean? I do want to do what I do and offer, okay, offer what I got going on. You know, if you are interested in getting plugged in further with cryptocurrency, if you want to learn more about this amazing industry, if you don't have time, rich people pay people to do it for them. Rich people pay to save, because time is the most valuable thing. You don't got 5 years like Vincent Owens to sit and figure this out. I promise you don't. You don't have 5 years. So I have a one-on-one coaching program. I'm only taking 10 people this year, okay? And those 10 people are the people that I have to help this year. If I can add more, cool. Right now, I have 10 slots. I think I have 9 because someone texted me today and said that if I could lock them in, okay? I'm telling y'all, do not play with this. I am heart attack serious about it. If you have not gotten a copy of my new book, Mo Crypto, Mo Problems, I would absolutely love for you guys to go and grab a copy of that. The pre-sale is over with, but you can still grab the book and it'll be a great book and you can get it right now. You don't got to wait. Oh, and if you got the pre-sale, make sure you check your email. I sent you the book. And also, if the book is not there for some reason, the link was having a hard time attaching. So what I did was I sent you guys, I sent y'all an email twice yesterday from Gumroad. And what the email said basically was that if you couldn't download it directly as the link, go back to the website where you first purchased the book and put in the code that I sent you. I'm not gonna put the code, I'm not gonna say the code because then everybody gonna go use the code to get it for free. I know. All right. I know how y'all think. Y'all go. I'm just playing. I love y'all. All right. But if there's anybody else that has anything that they would like to say, I didn't get said email. Okay, cool. I'll send the email back out. I'll personally send it over to you, Mr. Branch. Don't worry about it, Mr. Branch. I would love to hear, Mr. Branch, are you available really fast just to kind of share what you were saying? You said you went on for a little rant, and I tried to go back and find the rant, but I think that if you went on in a rant in the comments, I know this is something that people need to hear. So if that's okay, I'm gonna ask you to unmute. I know you're probably at Cracker Barrel right now.
Actually, I didn't make it from the house. I got a dental appointment right after you.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of went on a little rant, and it's my bad because this ain't the format for that. I kind of went on a little rant about the whole Fox News thing. Look, all news media is owned by 6 corporations. Disney's one of them. So they all have their own spin. Fox has their extreme right spin. CNN, MSNBC has their extreme left spin. I don't normally listen to any of them, although I have a lot of conservative friends where I live, and they're all Fox News guys. And me personally, and this is not a slant to anybody, I just got to think about some of the things that's been talked about on Fox News, especially like the election fraud and all that. Now Rupert Murdoch was on trial and he told the truth. He said, we knew it wasn't an election fraud. We said that anyway because we didn't want to lose viewers and this and that. And I got emotional before I thought about it, man. Say, I apologize. I should not have, that your platform ain't the place for that from me. So I just want to apologize for that.
No, it's all love, Mr. Brand. I think everybody want to hear it. People love hearing from you. So I think anything you look, as soon as you get to type it, I know people eyes be like, I saw as soon as you dropped it, everybody said. No,
I appreciate you, man. I do.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here, Michael. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to call on Crawl Billy. He's the only one that raised his hand, so that's okay. I know that today might have been a lot of information. I know y'all got to let it soak in. I get it. But just hearing from y'all, just hearing your voices, maybe your experience, so a new person can kind of hear what your experience has been. That way, they're inspired to join the mentorship. Right? Billy is one of has been a member of the Vincent Owens Group, the Secrets of Crypto and Money, for a year now. And he's going to be speaking, but yeah, Billy never misses a call. So appreciate you for being here with me, Billy.
I was looking for my Cracker Barrel background, but I couldn't impress today. Stay away from those cashiers at the checkout. You won't have to visit the dentist there, Mr. Branch. Hey, look, Vince, I've been watching Clive Thompson. I've watched it 4 times. It's 52 minutes long. I talked to my friend last night. He said, Bill, you're going to have a heart attack. And I said, no,
you're not.
Sir?
No, you're not.
No. I'm excited about sharing it, but I think Billy's fixing to disappear from the friend list. Go find a friend who gives a damn. I just don't know. I am so excited. I said, man, I'm having more fun. I'm learning more stuff. I'm watching this guy tell me exactly what to do is exactly what you're telling me to do. My educators are telling me what to do, and then I go to YouTube and I watch something significant on the news, and they say the same damn thing. They're saying, be ready, be prepared, educate, figure it out, do your own research, don't play, invest, repeat. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's an ingredient for a new recipe. Educate and stock up, stash, and repeat. Stir it up because, man, it is exactly what it is, and I'm really excited to be on the front curve of it. So, and I see everybody else on this call. I see the same ones on the call. On every call, on other calls. I mean, there's just a few of us, and there's what they say, there's 25% of everybody in the I guess America maybe holds crypto, maybe the world. If it's the world, and there's very few of us in America that are holding crypto.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited. I'll have to go back and watch your podcast again today a couple of times to figure out those key points. But I recognize those words those people that you brought up. I mean, I recognize every word that came up. I've already got this background, just like everybody on this call. I said, we are the confused. Yes, I don't know. I appreciate you. Happy Coffee Day to you. Happy 85.
Thank you. 85 episodes. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate your words and love you too, man.
Know your mouse track.
All right. So the next person I'm going to call up is going to be, let's see, who got the hand? Let's see here. Oh, there you go. Uh-oh, hold on. All right, there you go.
You can hear me?
Mom. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, yes, hello everybody. Thank you once again, and congratulations on episode 85. Thank you for all of this great information that we get every single time you put it out. Appreciate it a lot. I just noticed something that was a little bit concerning to me in the information that you talked about earlier with the banks. One was called the Commonwealth, and I've been kind of hearing this name thrown out quite a bit. One is in the last episode of the Walking Dead series on that. When those people got to the end of all of the commotion that was going on through everything, when they got to safety or supposedly safety, it was called the Commonwealth. And they were done dirty through them. Also, the Olympic Games was the Commonwealth. So it's just something that kind of sticks out to me, and it's worth looking into for everybody who's interested in that kind of thing. But yeah, thank you for everything, all this good information, and appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you too. All right. Oh, we got Chai like the tea. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me remove that spotlight. All right. You hear Chai? Oh, there you go. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Hold on one second. I had you playing on YouTube in the background too, because sometimes, my cell connection is terrible with Zoom. So I just wanted to say, you said there might be some newbies. So people who come inconsistently, like I have in the past, or people who may be newer to this space, just make sure you keep showing up. I know for myself personally, I found a lot of comfort in being able to navigate like the very treacherous waters, if you will, that are the changes that are coming to finance and the world. I found my home here, and I made sure that I subscribed to like the Discord. I got my book, I started reading it. When they say knowledge is power, you can know it's coming, but unless you actually apply it, you're not wise. And so that's how you make the information you have powerful. I find myself applying it more the more I show up here. I find myself more confident, and obviously when you're confident and you're moving the right way, faith without works is dead. So no matter what your belief is, no disrespect to anyone, just understand that the forces that are in motion require you to move. And so showing up here is my way of making sure that I'm in motion. Putting my investments into the proper portfolio and then also protecting them is the way that I make sure that I'm showing up for myself. And there's a lot of these little quirky things, like even if I landed on having the right coin or knowing the right cryptocurrency or being in the right space, if I didn't know how to protect those assets, I'd be just as much of a sitting duck as people who don't know anything. So being well-rounded in your knowledge is very important. If I were you, I would make sure I continue to show up here. And then just one thing I wanted to tell Billy, you're going to look like a quack to people who are not familiar with it. People are literally so absorbed into the day-to-day hustle and bustle, into the minimal parts of surviving. They have Maslow's hierarchy if your basic needs aren't met, it doesn't enable you to have the vision. And also, God didn't give everyone the vision. So it may be that you talk to 100 people and only one shows a half a piece of interest. That's okay. You don't have to bring nobody with you. You just got to make sure that you try to, that you extend the olive branch, and that you show up so that when the changes come, you're in a position and a place where you can still look out for, care for, and help the ones that you need and that you love. When Bitcoin became a big thing, a lot of people missed that boat. I missed that boat. I mean, and most of us miss that boat. We can talk about it time and time again, but how many times you gonna miss the boat? I forget the story in the Bible that's very specific to someone saying, God, I need this help.
Noah's Ark.
You send it 3 times. He sent the help 3 times, and he said, God, where were you? I sent it in the form of a fisherman, and you didn't hop on the boat. Like, you cannot ask for a solution, have it quite literally placed in front of your face, and then opt not to take advantage of the solution that's given to you. So with all due respect, you got to leave some people behind. You just have to know that that feeling in your heart, that true north, that guidance that God is giving to you is right, and keep it pushing. I'm glad that I'm in this space and place with you guys. I really appreciate the knowledge and your commitment to keeping us informed. If you guys can't catch the live, I go back and I watch it on YouTube. You know, he's made it so easy for us to stay in tune. And soon the price is going to go up, and I'm not going to miss it while the price is affordable. And that's with the Ripple, and that's with the Vincent Owens. So I really appreciate you guys. And sorry I'm so long-winded. This is just who I am. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood in so many different ways you can get value. And we hope to see you back if it is your first time or second or third or whatever. Peace and blessings.
Because it ain't a half a cup of tea. It's a whole cup of chai. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta get, a whole cup.
Yeah. Okay. Just take a sip.
Yep. And now, one thing I do want to say is this to you all, as you're in your space of educating. We're going to hop off of here. We're 15 minutes or 14 minutes over. But I wanted to say this, all right? I was out yesterday. This is a quick story. Was out yesterday, and I went to this pretty well-known bar restaurant. It's vegan in Atlanta. All right. I'm gonna just leave it there. I don't want to put any names because we're live. And I spoke to a person that's in a high level position at this restaurant or this bar restaurant. And so while I was there, I'm talking, and my boy, who is the head of all the drinks there, he literally is creating the menu for this entire and all the ones they're going to open. I walked in, he told the guy who's a little higher up in the management department, he said, hey bro, he was like, this is my guy Vincent. He's like, he the crypto king, crypto god, you got to know him. And then he like, he looked at me, and then I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? Vincent. He was like, I see you around all the time, you're usually sitting right here. I was like, yeah, I'm always sitting right here. He was like, yeah, I seen you, blah, blah, blah. We started talking, and I was telling him about how their systems, like, they need to start looking into the Web3 payment solutions because they're paying too much in fees and their money's not getting there fast enough. I said, bro, do you want your money to get to you fast? Do you want your people to get paid faster? And then he just was, he was just, so it's like, it's not that he's not interested, right? When you get an NO, it's not that they're not interested. They just don't, when they're saying no, it's not no, it's just like they need more information, right? They need to know more. It's KNOW, not NO. They just need more information. They need more exposure. He need to follow me on Instagram so I can pop up on his feed. And now I'm gonna go even harder on posting, so I'll surely pop up on his feed. And then now he's like, oh, this is what you do. Oh, okay. Right. So this is what we have to do when you're an influencer in the space. If you just investing and you sitting low and you ain't got to tell nobody. Let's get rich, right? Let's get wealthy, and let's go out and do all the things that we've long desired. I want to thank each and every one of you all for hopping on today's episode. Sorry we went over a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that we got these questions, these answers, these concerns, what people are loving in. And with that being said, that is episode 85. I will see y'all next week, next Tuesday. And if you're part of the Vincent Owens Group, we will, I believe, Billy, tokenomics tomorrow? If Billy want to do tokenomics, we doing it. Billy, are we doing tokenomics tomorrow? Give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. I just want to know if we're doing it. I think Billy might be frozen. Uh-oh, Billy, give me a thumbs up if we're doing tokenomics, or a thumbs down if we're going to skip it tomorrow. Just let me know. I can't see Billy's thumb. Oh, I think that's a thumbs up. All right. So I'll see y'all tomorrow for tokenomics. And we'll get into our bag on more coins. Join the Discord group. I appreciate you guys for being a part of what we do, and I'll see y'all next week.